My name is Alex at Accessories International, and today we have a Mercedes GL 550 model, and we are going to be replacing the original Mercedes screen with our new DMP Android command screen. This is our latest size. It's 14.6 inches. It's going to refresh the inside of the car, give you wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, the ability to stream, watch movies, play games, you name it. You have the entire Android ecosystem, and the best part, you retain all of your original Mercedes features. This is a plug-and-play install. It's clean and it's made specifically for your car. We're going to open the car up, show you exactly how it's done. Let's get right to it. This is the DMP Android Command Screen Kit featuring the new 14.6-inch Android screen. This is our latest, biggest size available to date. All of the standard plugs and harnesses will still apply to this, and same thing with our mounting brackets. Now here we have our power harness. This is the main harness which will power up the unit. This end plugs into the original Mercedes radio, and the other end will plug into the harness. Here we have our microphone out, which will help use the original Mercedes mic. This is our audio out cable, which will send sound from the unit into your car speakers. This plugs in with the AMI adapter in your center console storage box, and then the rest we have are mostly accessory connectors. Here we have our LVDS harness. Now this harness will work to send the signal from the original Mercedes display into the new Android command screen, so you can see all the original Mercedes menus with this connector labeled LVDS in. Now moving on, here we have our mounting bracket, which features the new air vents and a small screen that has a clock. And in this orange packaging we have our mounting bracket. This is the steel plate behind, which is used on some models. Some ML/GL models use this. The GLS, GLEs may not. So not every kit will include this plate. Now starting the installation off, we're going to start by prying off this trim piece around the radio with our pry tools. Then we're going to go ahead and pull off the original Mercedes air vent panel. You can start by doing this with our trim tool and pull gently from each side until it's released. On the back, you'll notice some connectors that are plugged into the back of the panel. We can go ahead and undo these just to give ourselves more room to work with and remove the panel completely. We'll go ahead and tape these wires up just for safekeeping, make sure that none of them fall down or get lost. Then we'll go ahead and remove the retaining screws that are holding the Mercedes radio in place. We'll go ahead and do this with our Torx screwdriver, pull out both, and then we can lower down these metal bars, the metal brackets that are holding that radio and retaining it in its original position. Once those are down, then we'll be able to pull the radio out of the radio slot. With the Mercedes radio out, the first connector you'll notice is on the bottom right-hand corner. This is your hazard light connector, and it also controls your AC climate control panel down underneath. Then we'll finish pulling out the radio. Then we'll pull out the screws which are holding in the original air vent panel. From here, you can simply pry out the air vent panel. This panel is secured in the dash very well, so carefully wiggle it out from both sides until it completely releases. And you'll notice two connectors on the back which can be undone. These will not be reused. Once the air vents are out, you'll see two screws which are holding the original screen in place. You can go ahead and undo those and see the two electrical connectors on the back. The blue connector is our LVDS connector, which we will be reusing. The black one is the original screen's power. This will not be reused. Once this is done, we'll open up the glove box and drill a small hole just so that we have a space that we can run our USBs out from the harness into this location so they remain accessible and you can always plug in if you need to run any updates to the unit. Once the hole is done, we'll run the cables from the Android harness out through the glove box. We'll now begin to position the Android harnesses with the connectors that we'll need. That includes the two white-headed connectors, the clock connector, which is used to control the mini clock display below the screen, and this LVDS connector, which will plug the original LVDS connector from the OEM screen into. The Android side is labeled as LVDS in, that you need to plug that original LVDS into. We'll now begin to get our harnesses ready to be plugged in. We'll go ahead and remove the original Mercedes harness out of the back of the Mercedes radio. With the harness removed, we'll now see the fiber cable on the corner of this harness. This is the orange cable here. We'll go ahead and gently remove it from the original Mercedes harness so that we can transfer it into the new Android harness, which will then plug into the back of the OEM radio. With the fiber cable removed, we'll now go ahead and get that into position to plug into the new Android harness in that same top corner slot so that we can plug it into the back of the Mercedes radio. The female end of the Android harness will be plugged into the male end of the original Mercedes harness. Then the male end of the Android harness with the fiber cable that's been transferred to that male end will then plug into the back of the Mercedes radio. It's at this portion of the installation that we need to run the audio out cable from the Android harness into the center console storage box and plug in this AMI adapter into your car's AMI input to then allow the audio out cable to plug in to the other end of that adapter cable. You can see the AMI cable here. This end plugs into the car, and this end is where the audio out cable will plug into. You can see the audio out cable here and how they connect. Running this cable cleanly will require you to disassemble the center console to run the cable underneath the center console all the way into that center console storage box. With the harnesses connected in the back of the radio, you can now begin to position the radio back in place. Grab your screen and connect it so that you can power it on to begin testing. Once the screen is turned on, you'll go ahead and open Car Info, which is the original Mercedes-Benz interface. Here we have the full screen set up. You can also have this set to be a half screen interface if you prefer not to have it stretched. We'll go ahead and put the car into FM radio mode and make sure you have sound. Once you are confirmed to be getting sound out of the original Mercedes FM radio, you can test the sound functions and make sure everything is working. From there, we can put the car into reverse and make sure the reverse camera is working. If you do not have one of these functions properly working, make sure to check out our settings and tips video to get the screen totally set up. Then go ahead and put the car into aux mode and head into the music icon on the Android side of the unit and try playing one of the test songs that comes preloaded on your screen. Once you're confirmed to have audio out of the Android side of the unit, you are good to go. Grab the metal plate included with your kit and bolt it into the same screws where the original screen came out of. Then you can grab your air vent bracket and begin to align it in place as well. We'll now grab our AC climate control panel and plug in all of the connectors back into place. Then grabbing our screen, you can see the two hooks on the side of the screen, which will line up with the two female sides on the bracket itself. Once you have them inserted, you can slide this down into position and it will lock in place. Then grab the leftover dash trim piece and insert that back into position around the radio. Now enjoy your brand new 14.6-inch Android command screen from DMP Car Design. Here at Accessories International, we install the screens, we support the screens, we send you the files, we give you the support, and everything you need is taken care of by our team right here in Miami, Florida. If you have any questions at all for us, you can call us at 786-242-5400. As always, thanks for tuning in. My name is Alex at Accessories International, and thanks again.